Today we're going to show you on how to be able to use the attachments for the Platinum Multifunction unit. So first thing first, we have the steamer right here that you have the on and off for the vapor. You have on and off for the ozone as well, that you can be able to turn it on. And you have the timer and the energy level of it. You want to go ahead and fill up water. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and take the cap off, fill up water from here. Now if you ever need to empty out the container, what you want to do is unscrew the cap off. Once it's unscrewed off, then you want to go back on the machine right here. You have a little button. You want to press it in and to bring it out. And once you press it out, you can easily come out detached. As you guys can see, it has attachments here. You can go ahead and empty this out of it, fill up the clean new water, and press it back in on that. And then make sure you're closing this back up. You have all the sealant in place. Closing that cap off. Make sure it's all the way closed, because there is a sensor on there. And then you want to close the cap on the steamer. And then once you're done with the steamer, if you're not using it, you can go ahead and turn that off separately on it. Moving on to the next one. And moving on to the next functions, such as the high frequency, each one can be operated separately individually. You can be able to turn on the power, then you have the energy, you can add the energy level, timer, then you can press start. Once you press on start, your high frequency should start working on that. Once you want it to stop, pause, you can pause and turn off the machine. Moving on to the next one would be the ultrasonic. Ultrasonic would be this one right here, and you will receive two handle attachments, one pointy, one flat one. The flat one can be used on the face, body. The pointy one can be used around the nose and eye area of it. So let me get some water. I can be able to show it to you guys of it. So on the ultrasonic, it vibrates about 28,000 per second. With that vibration, it helps product penetration better on that end. So let's say if we have the energy level on level 1 or 2, and we have the state. State of mind is going to be the different vibration mode that it goes into. For instance, we have the wave, which is continuous. I press on start. I can add a little bit of any kind of liquid. With water, it's more visible. And I can go ahead and turn up the energy level up high. And then I'm going to go ahead and change the handle to the one that I'm on, the flat one, which we're able to see. And then if we change the state, press on the state, this is the pulse mode. Pulse mode is going to be deeper penetration on that. And I have one more that has even much more deeper and also can help with tightening. And as far as feeling, you don't feel it much, but you are able to see with water. That's why the best ways to test that out would be with water. And if anytime you want to switch handles, you can go ahead and do so, going to the pointy one and doing the same thing, same treatment functions of it. And I can be able to select on different handle. From the eye one, can be used around the eyes, nose and mouth, and then the face one. That we can be able to use it on the face, and you can pause from there. That goes for ultrasonic. Moving on to the next one will be the cold and hot hammer. With cold and hot hammer, you do have selection to select for each temperature. For the cool, for instance, right now it's on cool. I can select the temperature to lower. And let's say I do want to get the coldest, which goes at 5 Celsius. You also want to make sure to turn on the switch on your hot and cold. Press on play, and once you press on play, you'll be able to get a cool temperature. And you have also your timer. You can add your timer right here and give it about, I would say within the next 2 minutes you should be able to get it really cold. And then you can also set up the hot. Anytime you want to do the hot, you press on the button here, you'll see heat. You can get the temperature pretty high, it goes up to 45 Celsius, and press on play, and you should be able to get the other side warmed up pretty quickly. We should take about, actually cold takes pretty quickly, but the hot does take some time, about 2 to 3 minutes for it to kick in. But you'll be able to see it right here as well. And give it about a few minutes while it's heating up, you'll be able to see it. Let's say we move down to the skin scrubber. I'm sorry, the microcurrent we have here. Moving on to the microcurrent, we have the on and off button. Then we have the different state that we can select on for doing in the continuous pulse mode, on that deeper penetration. Then we have collagen production of it, and we have different kinds of frequency that we can choose from. The frequency is going to be the hertz, how many hertz that you want to go ahead and select. You can have from 0.1 to 5 hertz to 10 hertz and 20 hertz and 30 and 60 hertz. And obviously you go up to 120 hertz. That would be for the frequency of hertz, how you want it. Now you want to work with comfort level of your clients, and let's say we go on continuous state of it and we press play, and you have also the energy level. You can work your level up higher, and these are the BioLift handles that we have here. The BioLift handles, it helps with bigger muscle area that covers. You can use on the neck area, cheek area on that, and you can be able to switch this into the ones that are with the Q-tip, with the ones that are like a fork. The fork ones are for more delicate areas that you can be able to use, like around the cheeks as well as the face on that. And you also get the gloves that you can be able to, instead of using the handles, it's the same concept, but you actually wear the gloves and you do the treatments with your hands on that end. Moving on to the next one would be the skin scrubber. When you have the skin scrubber turned on, you have energy level that you can select up to. You can press on start, and you want to make sure whoever's getting the treatment will be wearing the bracelet on it. You want to go ahead and make sure the person's wearing the bracelet, and you also want to go ahead and make sure their skin is nice and moist. You can go ahead and get the bracelet tighter. We can go ahead and do that, and then once we go ahead and do that, then let's say we want to go ahead and apply a good amount of product. Then with the skin scrubber, we want to make sure the spatula is facing down, and it vibrates. This vibrates about 28,000 per second. With that vibration, it does deep cleansing of the pores. And you always want to use it on moist skin, wet skin, and the best is used with water. And every time you go across, you'll be able to see like the blackheads and whiteheads coming out. Best time is to use this. Best time to use this is when you have steamed the face to help open up the pores on that. And moving down to the microdermabrasion, you have pause and play, and I like to get the energy level up high on that, and you have your timer that you can select on how long you want it. You have option to put the diamond handle here, and you do get filter, like a filter like this, that you want to go ahead and put it on to the handle itself. You insert the filter inside there and then close it back up. You do also have option instead of that as well to go ahead and use the screen filters between the diamond tip and the handle itself. And anytime you wanted to section on that, you can go ahead and cover this whole area. And let's say we do, you can go ahead and let go of it. And anytime using it, you can go ahead and cover this hole to be able to section. So if you don't cover it, it won't section, and then if you cover it, you can be able to drag it on across the skin of it. And now you do get different type of tips. You get 9 different tips, from medium, fine, and coarse, and you get different shapes and size. They can use different areas of it. And that goes for the microdermabrasion. Moving down to would be the hot towel cabinet. You want to make sure there's a little sensor right here that your door closed all the way in order for the sterilizer and the warmer to work. You get the tray right here that you want to go ahead and empty it out once you get water filled up from your soaked towels, and close it back up. And that's about it about the plot and multifunction unit.